It's London, pouring with rain. It's time for Gearfest at the Tile Yard 2025. So, we're here, the Tile Yard at Gearfest. I think it's the King's Cross area, isn't it?
It is indeed. Yes, King's Cross, Islington.
Right.
This used to be Tile Yard Road, which is why it's now the Tile Yard complex.
How have you been?
I've been really good. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
We're nursing coffees.
Coffee with Warren. Today on the Produce Like a Pro channel.
Coffee with Audient.
Yeah.
But you know, you've had a bit more of a career than just Audient.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you'll have seen me on the Produce Like a Pro channel many times. But yeah, my career trajectory was full-time studio engineer, full-time YouTuber, and now I've come on to like the product side. As a massive gear nerd, it works so well for me.
It's great. It is pouring with rain outside, hence the wet hair.
Yep.
The coffee is rather delicious, but is about a half an hour wait. There's one for a lovely lady on her own. Well, guy taking money, but making everybody's coffee. It's like absolutely insane. The Tile Yard experience. All right, what have you got that's new and nutritious?
So this year you will have seen on the channel the iD48, which is our beautiful rack mount interface with the inserts. I swear by this thing. I've got one of these that I use with my little home studio now, because I've condensed down out of the studio. It's two 12U racks by my feet with a patch bay, one of these, and all my gear with one little patch bay, so I can mix with all of my lovely outboards. And if I ever decide I want to track through anything, I press something in the software and track through the outboard too.
Nice.
So that goes from a little home studio all the way up to quite a big facility with the expansion. You can have 24 inputs and all the inserts to mix with your outboard.
Lovely.
And if you're going bigger than that, you're probably going for something like the console, which you have.
Which we have.
The
It's all rather wonderful.
The beautiful 4816.
This we do have to put through its paces a bit more, though. We're going to do another video because we had it sort of pre-release, and it was fun to use. It was a lot of fun to use. The inserts is obviously a big deal for those of us that still love using hardware. The benefits, you know, it's been an interesting one recently. The shift is so remarkable between people like really embracing hardware even more than they ever did before.
Yeah.
While at the same time also everybody's saying you don't need it. It's like, I feel like it's politics now.
Yeah, it really is. The audience is starting to split. But
Anyway.
we cater for both.
There we go. What else you got going on? You got Evo 16?
Evo 16 and SP8, our Evo family is all here. The ASP preamps are all here.
Glad you still make these. These are absolutely superb. When we do location recording stuff, which you do quite a lot, when you see us do videos at other people's studios and we're just using their rooms, this is really, really great.
We just did a video recently where we compared the ASPs with the console, with the ID, with everything. And they came out so similar that we very much kind of proved that, yes, it really is the console preamps doing its magic. So it's packing 8 console pre's into a tiny little box, which is really quite impressive. And then of course we've got the ID and spaces over on the side over there, which are what I'm sure a lot of our viewers at home use.
Sorry we're nursing coffees, but I've been traveling for 3 or 4 hours in the rain. And I'm
It's one of those days. And so over here, a slightly more quiet.
ID4, ID14, ID24.
And of course we have the iD48, but we couldn't fit it anywhere on the booth.
Still use this every single day.
Fantastic.
Live streams, all of the live mixing stuff I do, all of my ID14.
Oh, from your mix room at home, that's right, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, when I'm doing mic demos, etc., because most people aren't going to be going through, you know, $1 million worth of gear, I do our mic demos through the iD48.
We have proved that they are as good as the console. I mean, unless you need the routing features, which on a big session, you do, but at home, I mean, it's as good as you're going to get. So we're very proud of it. And yes, and there's always more coming in the future, you will see.
One of my favorite people in the world, Chris from Audioscape. How the devil are you?
Doing well. Nice to see you, Warren.
Oh yeah, people tell me off for saying, how the devil are you? It's like, it's just such a silly thing because it's what you say in England when I was a kid. So one more time, how are you?
Doing well.
Good.
How the devil are you?
Not much deviling going on in here. If you want to talk about, you know, early mornings, coffee, you know the routine.
Late evenings.
Yes. Work, and work. So what do we have? What did you bring with you?
We have our Gearfest UK racks, which are actually, they're growing. Just like
Very
our
nice.
product line. Yeah. We have our new E-Series Deluxe bus,
Yeah.
which we have on display with the 4 Gold Can 202Cs.
Nice.
Really excited about this. One of, I think the coolest things is that we found the original dual transistors.
Wow.
Yeah, it's obsolete. It's really cool to put the new old stock parts inside of these and be able to actually properly reboot the 202C.
Nice.
So, and that's what fuels, that's like the engine for this whole thing, is these gold cans. This is the audio section. This is the compression section.
Yeah.
This is like what makes it go. So you can see this. I mean, there's a lot of circuitry around it because of the mods and that. And we have outsized mods on it. So this should be coming soon. We actually have started production. We don't have a release date yet, but we're excited and we're showing it under the hood basically for the show. We're excited.
Beautiful, beautiful. What's the retail going to be on this?
Right now, it's going to be somewhere over $1,000, which our other bus comp is much lower, under 1,000. So we're not exactly sure on the
Between 1,000 and 1,500. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay, anywhere in that price range is good.
And then we also have, of course, our mainstays here, our 76A, 76D, OptoComp, which you're aware of, bread and butter products that everyone uses in their everyday studio life. Our 260VU, which you know very well.
Yeah.
And our
Love this.
EPA, our DA3A, which is our stereo LA3s, classic.
Yeah.
And then we have a little middle display rack here, but that one's not active for the show. But we also have our new stereo EQP2A. What's cool about this is it's actually a stereo unit inside a mono enclosure. We took the enclosure, we made it deeper. So it's like, yeah, and I think that's quite useful and it offers something different. And it still looks obviously the same and traditional, but there's 2 of them built inside there, which is pretty cool. We have our classic bus compressor, our D-Comp, which is our stereo diode bridge compressor. This thing's just amazing on drums. Obviously the reverb, I know you've checked this out before.
I do, I love this. Yeah.
It's one of, I'm so proud of how this turned out. AS78, classic 1178 compressor.
One of those things I always love. We've had this conversation before, so you can tune out if you want. But the most underrated compressor ever, that when I was a kid in the 80s, everybody said, oh, those suck. Now everybody's like, they're so good.
Yeah, because they didn't have transformers on the input. And everybody was just so like transformer crazy. And then they realized, oh, all the stuff making hit records, maybe it doesn't have a transformer.
Exactly.
You know, like the old SSL stuff too.
And then of course this.
Yeah, this beast, the BA6A, our take on the RCA BA6A.
Honestly, I don't know how you do this. There are companies that specialize in only making this or only making that or 2 of these things. But you're just running the gamut.
We just love it. You know, it's just fun. It's something like I just immerse myself in this one thing for that like year or 2 and just go crazy learning everything about it. It's done out of reverence. It's not done to just do it. You know, like we're going to run out of parts for this. So like, oh, well, like, you know, at some point we're going to stop making it. So it's not to just make it the rest of the, you know, the rest of our lives. And it's not a cash grab. It's just done because we respect it and we love it and we enjoy it.
Then we started you on this journey.
I just wanted this stuff. And I had kids, you know, I was starving artist in a band and I just started building it. I just got my hands dirty. I started building guitar pedals because they couldn't shock me, you know, and then I did okay with that. We used to sell pedals. And then after that, I was just like, I wanted studio gear. This is really, I walked into some studios that would have all the name brand gear and I would never get like good results sometimes from that. And then I'd walk into a studio with boutique handmade gear and it was just always the best experience. And that was like, this is what I want to do when I saw that. When I walked into those rooms and I saw like maybe Shadow Hills or something like that, like I knew I was going to get a good sounding record, you know?
Right. Well, I mean, that's the beauty of your gear is the fact that you get the sound that you want, but without the 75-year-old buzzes, clickets, you know, failing, you know.
Well, we live in a digital age. You are competing with digital plugins. So they have Hand of God. They've taken out noise. I think it's critical that people have something that's as low noise as possible, but has all the character, the grit, the good parts. It's really, sometimes it feels like a fool's mission, you know, to try to, like, hey, we're using carbon composition resistors that, you know, sometimes they're a little out of spec. So we have to select each unit and kick stuff back and, hey, we got to change this out or do whatever. But it's a labor of love, you know?
Yeah. Well, I love your passion for this.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris. I really appreciate it. Chris, how are you in this lovely, rainy English day?
Oh, I'm loving it.
How unusual for it to be raining in England.
I know, right? I know. I came over almost 2 weeks ago, and it's been nothing but sunny and hot. And then finally, it's raining. And
On the one day of Gearfest, it rains.
yeah,
Yeah. So the LCD S20s, you've been talking about these for time immemorial.
yeah. So it's something that we've been kind of like inching towards for a few years now, and
Yeah.
finally we're there. We made
Right.
it. We did it, and we incorporated some kind of unique stuff in here.
Okay, tell us.
The one most important thing that everybody loves is the ear pads are finally magnetic.
Okay.
So all you have to do is pull them off and pop them back on. So that's our first headphone with
So they're
that.
consciously removable.
Yes. Yeah. So no more glue or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
double-sided tape, that kind of thing. Also, more importantly for the sound,
Yeah.
we've got this channel here that we're calling Slam. And
Okay.
what it basically is like sort of like a horn or a Helmholtz resonator. It's like adding a subwoofer into a room. So it increases the low frequency response, and it's tuned to a specific kind of cue. So it helps boost the low end of the headphone that you would lose when you close the back.
Okay.
And it helps enhance imaging, it helps
Nice.
level frequency response, makes it easier for the driver to do its job.
How do they sound?
They sound great, super well balanced, really easy
Because
to
they're in
listen
a
to. But
lower price range. I'm not
Yeah.
saying they're cheap, don't get me
Right.
wrong, but they're 500, you said?
yeah, so they're really aimed at tracking in the studio.
Okay.
The idea being that, you know, a lot of times when musicians are tracking on the floor, they're
Yep.
cranking the volume way up because they need to hear what's going on. You want good isolation, which these obviously have.
Yeah.
And, you know, the idea being here, you can turn up the volume really loud, not blow your ears out.
How do you adjust them?
They have,
Oh, I see. You got
yeah, it's
three
like
here.
it's like adjusting a watch or a belt.
Okay.
So if you want to make it bigger, you just go to a different hole set here.
I've got a huge noggin, but I'll go one small. Let's see what happens. Yeah, they're comfortable. Great. Very
Right.
comfortable indeed.
And you probably can't even hear what I'm saying.
No, I can't hear what you're saying. No. What? What? Let's go and check them out. Remarkable amount of low end. Shelved like to like 80, 100. I feel quite a lot of it. Yeah, I like them a lot. Do you have LCD-Xs there?
Yeah.
Is there a way to just quickly do a quick comparison, seeing as that's what I use every day? Okay, yeah. Yeah, right. So these have quite a pronounced kind of 80 to 100. Boom. Little bump, don't they? A little bit more lows.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. So I suppose they're a tracking headphone. You want it to be a little slightly prettier? Would that
A little bit, yeah.
A little pretty.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah?
Just kind of easy on the ears, low
Yeah.
fatigue.
Yeah.
So you can wear them for hours.
Yeah.
And you're not necessarily making like really important critical decisions with them.
Right.
But you get to hear much closer to what you would hear in the control room during playback or
Okay.
during a mix session than you do with most tracking headphones.
So I would have thought of a lot of like kind of DJ and EDM guys. I might like that anyway, just with that little extra oomph.
Oh, yeah.
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 Great. All right, perfect. And those are
These are LCD S20 500.
500-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And what are LCD-Xs go for these days?
LCDXs are about 1200.
Oh, you kept them the same price.
Yeah.
So we're here with Freddie from HEDD. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I just realized I owe you an email from 4 months ago.
At least this year.
Yeah, at least it's this year, yeah. What do you have that's new and nutritious? What can you tell us about?
We have just launched a new series of speakers that
Yep.
look exactly the same as our other speakers.
Right.
So, but let me run you through the narrative. and
Okay,
conceptual
good.
thought behind.
Please.
So we do have a series of speakers called the MK2 studio
Right.
monitors. And what they all share is that they are DSP enhanced. They have
Okay.
things like phase correction. They have the ability of running with the ports open and closed and some other benefits that you can only get when you're actually going to the digital processing world. At the same time, there was always like a desire for something simpler,
Sure.
fed back from the community of our customers.
Yep.
And so what we did was we took the exact same component set, the same woofer, same tweeter, same cabinet, same assembling process basically. But what we did was we replaced the DSP for a very simple analog filter board.
Okay.
So that you now have basically the more sophisticated kind of MK2 version that lets you do all these kind of sound profiling oriented things.
Is this your own sound profiling or are you using a third party?
No, it's our own thing. Like,
Okay.
it's really about like, do you want phase correction, yes or no? Do you want to have latency but a fully time aligned speaker? if you work in
How's
broad,
this controlled from the back, from
it's
software?
basically there is the impulse response that coded into the DSP. The DSP does FIR filtering to compensate for all the time delays. Yeah, and then at the same time, the analog versions that just came out next to them, they are kind of the opposite of that. They have the same component set, so they're playing in the same price league. And no, sorry, not in the same price league, but in the same sonic league.
I see.
But they are super
Connor, you've probably
simplified.
come around here,
like
around the back.
Pure analog, raw, no latency, plug and play. Acore is the analog version.
Oh, okay.
And it has more inputs. It has very simple shelving. And the DSP version has all these things like the linearizer, which is the phase alignment tool, the close imported modes, shelving filters, digital inputs, all sorts of things that help you tailor the speaker a little closer to what you actually want to do and what your environment actually has.
Okay, so that answers my question, because my question I was thinking is this as an independent piece of software? No, all of the digital stuff is actually controlled from the back here.
Exactly. Exactly. Or very soon through a remote control, like Ethernet-based software control as well. So
okay, can we see the software on that?
No, because it's not out yet. I'm just telling you that because I'm a blabbermouth.
I see.
I'm the worst of the company. So
okay,
but we're working on something like that.
And what's the price going to be on these?
So basically, this is like the most compact version sits around like 1,600 for a pair. The new ones will be around like 30% more affordable, but you're getting the same sound basically, or a very similar sound, just stripped down features.
Right.
Yeah. In a way, the most spectacular thing about these new ones is that they sound quite like the same.
Good.
So yeah, that's the approach, and that's
the same components, but just different ways of control.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We don't want to do a more affordable speaker series made of completely new, cheaper to get components with different supply chains, but we want to use what we've developed over the decades and just turn it into something else.
And the reality is you might be selling to somebody who already has some room correctional software.
Exactly.
And they'll just buy your analog version, the A ones.
Yeah, it's like a set and forget speaker versus something that gives you more, like deeper access to everything. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And that's the idea.
So 1,600-ish for the digital ones, the fully
like
ones?
30% less. And then this is basically the bigger sibling called the Type 7, MK2, and A-Core.
Yeah.
And it follows the same road basically. And those just came out. And then you can imagine that lots of people are asking us when the three-ways are coming out in analog as well. So we're considering this as well at the moment, of course.
You're not considering doing it?
We're considering this heavily.
Heavily, okay. I do like them in orange.
Yeah. This is actually the color of the Berlin, the vans that bring away the trash. They have this orange, so we thought we'd give this like a Berlin vibe.
Well, Rupert used Battleship Grey.
Oh yeah,
Battleship Grey? Or was it RAF Blue Grey? It might have been the RAF Blue. Anyway, he used the military paint because they just had tons of it that they were selling off cheap.
Yeah.
So,
Oh God, yeah.
Why not go with that? Yeah, go with the same color.
Well, we're super happy, and so far our perception is great. The overall idea behind this thing is that it's the tweeter we all know.
Yeah.
Turned into a full-range drive.
Yeah, because that's a audio program.
So if you hold this against the lights, especially this version, you see the yellow folded diaphragm there.
That's crazy. So you've got those tweeters, but as full range.
Exactly. That's the concept behind it. So this is like a milestone product for us because we started this whole emotion transformer thing in pro audio when we started Atom, like back in the days in 1999. And this is a headphone that's solely based on that idea.
Yeah.
And it goes all the way down
Can I hear
to
this?
10 hertz. Yeah, of course. You have to do it outside because...
Outside? They're throwing me out to use the headphones. See how it looks? Open back?
Yeah, it's an open back headphone based on the emotion transformer.
I like these a lot. How much are they?
2K.
2K.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's all hand assembled, everything in Berlin, hand folded drivers, everything is super sophisticated. And this model is, aiming at everything audio post-production essentially.
Yeah.
And we have a model that's more for the audiophiles, based on the same motor, based on the same idea, but, tuned slightly differently because expectations from that audience is just different, when it comes to sound, the curve.
Oh, yeah.
So to say. Of course.
Yep, I understand entirely.
If you look at this, like something I really want to tell you about.
I see.
It has a really it has like a strap system.
Yeah.
And one strap is for positioning the headphones correctly on your ears, and the other one is for the clamp force. So you can control the clamp force separately, and kind of have a tailor fit. You know, so
I see.
customize it further for people who wear these for long hours every day. Yeah,
Absolutely superb.
it's super.
Glad we
important
bumped
product.
into you
Well,
after the email from March. So we're here with Mark and James and Mark,
Hello.
Present Day Productions.
So last year when you came to our studio, you had the Mum 10, which was
did.
our 3-way vertical monitor. This
Yeah.
is the Mum 10 MB. Sonically identical to the Mum 10, just in a horizontal meter bridgeable cabinet. What we've got is the 10-inch Purify PTT10 woofer.
Yeah.
So we use the same bass drivers in all our speakers, the 6, 8 and 10, just different diameters. And then we've got the Beryllium mid and tweeter, identical to what you'd find in the
You
Mum
and your
10 or
Beryllium.
8. Yeah, we do like the Beryllium. So these Bleesma Berylliums are
Expensive.
lovely and detailed. Yeah, particularly expensive compared to some other drivers you could buy. So it's our upgrade. So
Okay.
if you were to start on the base model of the Mum 8, for example, you'd get silk drivers.
Oh, I see,
mid
okay.
tweeter. You can upgrade to Beryllium. On the Mum 10 and the 10MB, we offer Beryllium only because we were so impressed by that 10-inch
Yep.
bass driver. It had to have the Beryllium and just given all singing, all dancing, arse-kicking speaker.
All singing, all dancing, ass-kicking speaker. All right, well, let's give it a listen. I'll do statement. Very bold. I'm going to do my usual
Yeah, this is a
set of
great song.
songs.
The volume's just over there.
And me being not on the mastering side, I will listen twice as loud as you would. All master engineers are like, it's too loud. No, turn it down. Like, what? And we're all like,
So as with all of our monitors, you should get an absolutely rock solid center image.
Yeah.
And with these ones, they'll go from 22 hertz all the way up to 22K. So it's pretty much full range as well.
nice weight. Yeah, really nice weight on that kick. I say this every time, but just a grim reminder, because I recorded it, I listened to it, because that's my room. It's my studio and there's no samples on it.
Yep.
So you can hear the uneven on the snare. But it's great because I like the decay of the room. When I'm mixing sometimes, if I don't like my drum sound, I go back to that to try and remember what the drum sound I do like.
Yeah.
It's good to have a reference. One more self-indulgent, actually no, two more self-indulgent things. Yeah, the low end is pretty spectacular on them.
It might be worth pointing out as well that we have our new stands, which are contributing to how well the bass is
Okay.
performing. So we literally finished these recently. We've come up
You mean like 2 o'clock this morning? Recently,
pretty much. It was actually yesterday.
It's 1:45.
So our new speaker stand design completely isolates the speakers mechanically from the room all the way down to 6 hertz. So we use Silomer, which is a type of very absorby sponge inside these couplers, and having the comparison with that layer there and that layer, there's almost no vibration at all here.
Wow.
And inside the main shaft of the stand, there's even more absorption. So by the time the signal gets to the floor, it's basically non-existent. So you're completely decoupling the speakers. As with the speakers, we're going to be selling everything direct to the customer, which means we can make them cost less than what some of the other brands might be able to do.
I don't know whose these are, but you know.
That's the bribe. That's the bribe for liking the speakers.
Yeah, exactly. 10 mini donuts by Sainsbury's. No, they sound absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely superb.
Thank you very much.
How much are they going to sell for? Or how much are they selling?
So the Mum 10 and
Yep.
Mum 10 MB
Yep.
are both £10,000, including VAT.
Including VAT. And then if they're bought around the world, there's no VAT, yes?
So because we sell direct all around the world, we don't have retailers or distributors anywhere.
Yep.
Everything's bought direct from us. If you buy outside of the UK, you don't pay the UK VAT, and then you pay the VAT as import duty when the speakers enter the destination country. So by the time you've got them in your studio, they end up costing about the same amount,
Right.
give or take for currency exchange. But
Yeah, some countries with lower import taxes, you might actually get them cheaper.
some people in LA have ended up only paying about 6% compared to the 20 you would pay here. So it ends up ever so slightly cheaper. But I think maybe there's a tax that comes later for that.
I have no idea.
But either way, it ends up roughly the same, no matter where you are in the world,
Great.
once you've accounted for currency exchanges.
Well, congrats. Wonderful
very
work.
much.
I do think once you get those stands figured out, you might sell crap tons of those.
Yeah, I mean, the design is pretty much good to go. We're just tidying up some nuts and bolts, and we'll be there.
Nuts and bolts. Put 'em ching. So here with Matt of Eventide. How are you?
Hello, good morning. Good to see you.
I should, from I actually asked who he was working with. Wasn't looking at his t-shirt.
So here representing Eventide for source distribution in the UK, as always. Yep.
So the H90.
Yes.
Tell me more.
Tell me
Treat me
more.
like an idiot because I sort of am an idiot.
Well, let's look at this one here as it's on the pedal board, as you can get in
Ready
there.
to go.
Yep.
Well, does that mean I can play a guitar?
You can indeed. So obviously H90 carrying on from the sort of the legacy, let's say, of the H9 Max series and the H9, those various the pedals. Biggest difference from that now is you have two algorithms available on top of each other, so we can mix and match as opposed to what we had in H9 Max. So, first example here, we've got a clean ambient, which is using two algorithms on top of each other. And I can easily go into parameters and adjust those. I can do things like change the routing, change from series to parallel. So if I want to plug in the 2016 reverb on a different path, I can do that. In terms of the ins and outs, I can send those algorithms out in terms of my routing, whether it's going through a DAW or my pedal board. Right here, it's in 4-cable method. So I've got any drive-based effects going straight in, and any time-based effects going into the effects loop as well. And in terms of further control of the unit, we have a desktop app where we can edit presets and build programs as well. And essentially, think of it almost as a very squashed down version of the H9000, usually bigger,
Which is absolutely amazing, yeah.
Yeah. Which of course comes in two versions, screen or no screen.
Yeah.
But we've got a vocal setup here, and we've got a guitar-based setup.
Nice.
And some breakout pedals here. So again, like I said, with the expansion of the ins and outs going from the H9 Max, you can set different algorithms depending on the use case, essentially. Right here, it's just a 4-cable method. And there's more algorithms being added as we speak. We've recently added some auto-tune algorithms or vocal processing algorithms, depending on your take on it. We started to see a lot of front-of-house guys using this as well. I know the guy doing Living Colour. They were using an H9. So obviously he's a big Eventide guy, as you know. So their front-of-house guy switched to using a H90 for their vocal processing and some bits and bobs live.
Wow.
Plug it into the desk wherever they are on their recent UK tour, that was. But obviously, along with Doug Wimbish, big Eventide guys, as you know.
Absolutely love Eventide. We have a sort of affinity. One of my oldest friends, Jack Douglas, came up in New York in the 70s.
Yeah.
So he would tell me these stories of like Eventide coming down with prototypes.
Yes,
And then like putting them on John Lennon records and Aerosmith records.
Yeah.
So I love all that stuff. I love the heritage. I love that the original owners are still involved.
It's almost as ubiquitous as we all know what a 57 on a snare sounds like.
Yeah.
We've all heard, whether you know this stuff or not, a H3000 on something, throughout the years. Or whether you know the game or not, it was on everything,
It's very, very small here, which is why you always see people walking.
It's cozy, compact.
Yeah, it's cozy.
Yeah.
Well, Matt, this is great. We're going to do another H90 demo.
Fantastic.
In the coming week or so.
Yeah. Thanks very much. Thanks, Ron. Thanks, Ron. Cheers, guys.
So here with Tony at Apogee. Tony, I can't help but notice this on the Symphony. I love the fact that I can actually see the Pultec EQ on the front there.
Yes, so for example, with the Symphony desktop, you can adjust your plugins on the go, even as a standalone unit if you want to, on all the inputs and all the outputs. And the thing is, not just one plugin like the ECS channel strip on our other products, but all of our plugins, technically speaking, except the Clear Mountain series. So even if you would like to, tweak your Pultec or any other plugin, you can do that. And the capability of this unit is a little bit higher than usual, which means you can chain up to 30 plugins.
Nice.
Not just 1 or 2 or 3 or something, but way more.
Great. What else do we have going on here?
Well, basically all of our stuff, from the smallest one, like such as the Jam, the Groove, the Boom, the USB mics of ours, the iconic Duet. So the Symphony IO Mark II Special Edition and the Symphony Studio, the latest part of our family.
What's up with the Special Edition on the Symphony IO?
So the Symphony IO is a modular design, as you know, and the Special Edition is the latest iteration of our converter cards, such as the 16x16 SE and the 2x6 SE. Nice. But the mic card is the previous generation, technically speaking, which is not night and day difference, of course. But we only have a special edition for the line cards. So the anniversary edition is the latest generation of the Groove, which means we upgraded the deck inside a bit. So now it's 32-bit, the highest level that Apogee can offer regarding any digital conversation.
Lovely.
The thing is, it's made for example, traveling musicians, sometimes even for, let's just say, PA guys who would like to test their actual rig before a show.
Yeah.
For the highest level of audio that you would like to put into any system. And in the meantime, it's even for producers on the go, on a train, on a plane. It's working with all the iOS devices, not just with PC and Mac.
I'm just marveling that we went from like Studer 24 track to this and a USB stick to record things.
It's really heavy duty. Yeah.
Insane. Although I still love Studer 24 tracks. Love my A80. Thank you, Tony.
Exactly. My pleasure.
So we're here with Mark at Vega-Trem. Hey, Mark.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good. Tell us about this. I did go for this because, of course, he got it out especially because it's a Telecaster.
Yeah, so Vega-Trem, basically the premise is two different types of replacement tremolo systems. One for Strat style guitars, and this unique one that basically transforms your Telecaster into having a tremolo system without any modification whatsoever. So no drilling, no screwing holes or anything. And then if you want to retrofit, you can swap backwards and forwards.
Any way you can get that out?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I want to understand how this works. What he's saying is like this Trem retrofits into a Telecaster without any additional holes, drilling or anything. So let's try and figure out how that works.
If you take your Telecaster bridge off,
Yep.
and obviously the strings, it's obviously a string through body. So where the ferrules would be for the strings, you take the ferrules out,
Yep.
and then this then sits on the body of the guitar, and these are the springs for the tremolo. So the springs then sit in the string ferrule holes,
I see.
and then you tighten these up to get spring tension. So then when you rock it against the fulcrum, which is the fulcrum plate,
Yeah.
it then, and it's a bit more of a kind of a very subtle kind of Bigsby type sort of thing.
It's great. Wish you could hear it. You get quite a lot of movement.
Yeah, depending on how you set it up. Yeah,
Right. Yeah. I mean, definitely, if I was going to use if I'm going to use this on a Telecaster, it's going to be for a Bigsby kind of thing anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of in keeping with the model, isn't it? And it still sounds like a Tele because of the brass saddle, so you don't lose that spank of the Telecaster.
What a wonderful idea.
And then so that's the VT2.
Yeah.
The VT1 is a more of a direct swap replacement for your Strat Trem. If you want a floating action trem where your traditional Strat Trem would be, again, you just take one out, put this one in, 10 minutes, and you've swapped them over without any kind of modification at all.
Oh yeah, worth it. This goes right into the body, so you pull it right back.
Yeah.
You can see where it's having to hit the back.
Yeah.
It's going to do.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can go quite sharp on it.
Yeah. But it gives you that kind of Floyd Rose thing without the need for a locking nut, and the tuning stability is there because of the way that the acts against the fulcrum, so there's no tuning loss, there's no instability to it.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, so
Love it.
It's a cool thing.
Very cool. Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome, Ron.